Imagine this, a vast frozen lake, the air sharp with winter's bite. On one side, a wall of steel and white cloaks, the formidable Teutonic Knights, their heavy cavalry, a symbol of unstoppable power. On the other, the determined forces of Novgorod, led by a prince who understood the very soul of his homeland. Welcome to one of history's most epic and legendary showdowns, the Battle on the Ice. The year is 1242. The Teutonic Order, fresh from crusades in the Holy Land, has turned its gaze eastward, seeking to conquer and convert the lands of the Rus. Their wedge formation, known as the Iron Pig, had shattered armies across Europe. They believed the frozen surface of Lake Peipus would be just another battlefield to claim victory. But Alexander Nevsky had other plans. Knowing his own infantry couldn't withstand a direct charge from the knights, he devised a masterful trap. He positioned his main forces on the far eastern shore of the lake, deliberately placing his weaker militia at the center. It was a calculated risk, a tempting target for the overconfident knights. As the battle horn sounded, the Teutonic wedge thundered across the ice, just as Alexander predicted. They crashed into the Russian center, which after a brief, fierce resistance began a feigned retreat. Smelling blood, the knights pushed forward, their heavy armor a testament to their might. But that very strength would soon become their fatal weakness. Lured further and further onto the thinner ice, the knights suddenly found themselves flanked. From both sides, Alexander's elite troops, hidden in the surrounding woods, surged forward, closing the trap like a steel jaw. The knights, now disorganized and surrounded, were fighting for their lives on treacherous ground. The ice, groaning under the immense weight of armored men and horses, began to crack and splinter. What followed was not just a battle, but a slaughter. The once invincible knights, weighed down by their own steel, plunged into the freezing water below. The battle on the ice became a chilling tomb. Alexander Nevsky's victory was absolute. He had not only defended his land, but had decisively halted the Teutonic Knights' eastward expansion for decades. This single, dramatic clash on a frozen lake cemented his legacy as a legendary defender of the Russes and has echoed through history, immortalized in art, film, and folklore. Thanks for journeying back in time with us. If you enjoyed this epic tale, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss our next dive into history's greatest stories. See you next time.